Hello everyone, I'm back again. My name's Abu, and today is the next lesson of learning JavaScript basics. So I have opened a new folder called first lesson, and I have opened a new file which is index.html. So let's get started. Today we are going to learn the basics of JavaScript. So before learning, I'm going to introduce about how to set up your development environment. So in order to set up your development environment, you'll have to you will need basic instrument and basic things, which is very necessary. First of all, ordinary laptop, Visual Studio Code editor or other editors that you preferred, and a good comfortable place to learn. So today we are going to learn some basics of JavaScript, and in the previous video, as I introduced about JavaScript introduction and what is JavaScript and for what purposes we are going to use, I have already taught it. So let's go down, and today I'm going to teach you about comments and how it's necessary for our code, and some variables and how to use them and for what purposes we are going to use that. So comments in JavaScript. So previous videos, you know about HTML and CSS comments, and comments we used to for mentioning or noting something in order to explain the code, what's being written in that case. And comments provide valuable insights into the purpose of and functionality of code blocks, and aiding both the developer and potential collaborators in comprehending the logic. So as I said before, comments helps us to also understand what's being written in that code, because JavaScript is a logical programming language, and sometimes other people's code, when you see that, it might be a bit misunderstandable if you don't understand. So if the command is written directly to that code, so you can understand by reading the commands. And it's so amazing feature of in all languages, and also in JavaScript too. So, and about variables, as I said in the previous video, also I have introduced, it's like understanding and utilizing variables in JavaScript is essential for efficient programming. Variables serve as containers for storing data values such as numbers or text values or something else. So let's get started and let's see what is variables and how to comment. So I didn't want to open a new file called main.js or app.js. I'm going to write the code of the JavaScript in internal way. So how we can write that? First of all, we need to write the tag of the script. Okay, so we'll write script, and inside of our script tag we can write the JavaScript code. So the basics I'm going to explain. So for example, what is variable? There are three different types of variables in JavaScript that are called let, const, and var. So let, const, var, this is the keyword, and as you can see when I hover that, it's showing that this is variable declaration. It's a variable. Var also a variable, const is also a variable, let is also a variable. So As you can see, when I wrote constant var, it's giving an error that's showing variable declaration list cannot be empty. However, let, there's no this kind of error, because let is local variable and const and var is a global and block scope variables, we call that. So as I explained that variables store some data inside of that, how we can assign the data inside it. So in order to assign, we use assignment operator, which is called this one. This we say in programming language as assignment operator in all. However, before assigning the values to that, we need to give a name for our variable. Variable we can imagine like a box, right? And inside of our box we can put our toys, something, or our clothes, or our necessary things that is we need. For example, you're going to travel and you are taking your clothes into the box. So I'm going to write here box. The variable name is box, and I'm going to give for this two the same and for this the same. However, it's saying that you cannot redeclare block scoped variable box in other one, and it's saying expression expected. So it means I cannot give box name to all variables in the same way. So I need to change something inside of, I need to rename the variable name. So I will have to write, for example, box 1. If I write, and for this box 2, that error is removed. And however, expression expected still waiting. So in order to do that, we have to assign the value for the variables. So I'm going to assign the value of text, or number, or boolean, or any data type that I need. But in this lecture, in this video, I'm not going to teach you about data types, but I'm going to write only the number here. So I will write 5. When I wrote to that 5, the expression expected is disappeared. And for this also, I'm going to give 8, any value that you want, or I can give 1. So there are no any kind of errors. However, when I go to our browser, there are no any kind of updates too. So we're not seeing any kind of updates, right? However, JavaScript, when you're learning for the first time, it may be a bit hard to understand because it's a logical programming language, and it may be a bit difficult for you to understand what you are doing in JavaScript. However, I gave a great solution for this, and I will show you with the examples. So this one here, as you can see, how we can see 581 in the browser, we're not seeing, right? So in order to see that, we can write a great function which is called console.log. So I love this function, this feature of the JavaScript. So this kind of console.log there are in every programming languages like Java, Python, or C#, C++, or C, but they are called differently. For example, in Java they use system or system print outline, or system, I cannot remember, but I can say system print ln, like this, or print they use in order to see the assigned value to that variable. How we can see the value of 581? So as you can see, it's suggesting tab 9. Yes, tab 9 AI is suggesting for me how to write it. So, but I don't want to use that. I will write console.log. So this feature is a great feature of JavaScript, and we can see the assigned value of the variable. So console.log, how we can see that? In order to see that, we have to press the right click of our mouse, and then we need to inspect the web browser. When we press on that, we have HTML, you can see the elements, and this is styles of the CSS. However, we need console. So as you can see here, we have a console, and we will press on that. And that's fine. So let's get back and then just assign the value, the variable name, because we need to just assign the variable name or any value as we want. For example, if I write 8 and if I save in back, as you can see, it is appearing here. However, if I delete it, it is again disappeared because I have removed from my HTML code. So I can assign box, and now as you can see 5 is appeared, right? If I write box 1, 8 will be appeared. If I write box 2, 1 will be appeared. As you can see, we can do all of them step by step. So just copy paste 3 times and remove and just change to box 1, and we can see 581, right? It's a great feature how to see that. So why we need this? Why we are learning this? Because it's a very common feature that every developer must learn. And in the console log, most cases, we see the errors that you are encountering. For example, if I do something in here, like if I remove box 2, and if I write box, it's saying uncaught syntax error. Identifier box has already been declared. So as you can see in our console, it's giving and it's showing an error, right? So if you press index 13 line, you can see where is the error is happening. So error is happening not 11th, it's happening in 13th line. So we have to redeclare with another name. So we mustn't redeclare, we have to declare a new name. So we have to give box 2 because we don't have box 2 other. So it's fine, and let's just update, and there's no any kind of error. And let's back to console, and you can see the output. I hope you understand what is this. And then the last thing that I want to teach you about comments. In order to comment out, as you know, in HTML we have to write like this. In CSS we have to write like this. But in HTML you will have to write, in JavaScript, you will have to write two different types. The first type is just 2 backslashes. Within this, you can do that. It's saying error because we don't have a box 2 in our console log. If I also make it double backslash, and error is went. So we don't need this one. And the second way is, in order to comment out all the codes that's written in JavaScript, just select all that and control backslash. And as you can see, it has commented within one press. However, we can do another way, the one which is as style. So backslash and star and backslash, and everything's fine and it's working, and there are no any errors too. Thank you for watching. If you have any further questions, just comment out or write to me directly on Telegram. See you in the next videos. Have a great day and share with your friends.